Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're watching IPO Adda, and the company we are talking to today is Interarch Building Products. It's a company which is involved in and one of the leading turnkey pre-engineered steel construction solutions provider in India. And joining me today is Mr. Arvind Nanda, who is the MD of Interarch Building Products, and Mr. Gautam Suri, who is the director of Interarch Building Products. Their IPO is opening on August 19th and closes on 21st, price between 850 to 900 rupees. It's an IPO which consists of 200 crores of fresh issue and OFS of 400 crores, so 600 crores, giving the company nearly 1500 crores of valuation at the upper end of the price band. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit. To begin with, Mr. Nanda, you are raising 200 crores. Can you give us a sense of why you're raising 200 crores in fresh, and also a perspective about what your company does and the business model that you have?
Thank you for having us on the show. We are raising this 200 crores primary. We are setting up a new plant in Andhra Pradesh. So about 55 crores goes into the capital expenditure of that plant. A similar amount goes into the working capital requirements for our expected increased turnover in the coming years. And about 10 crores goes into our IT software upgrade, and 20 crores is going into upgradation and increasing capacities in our existing 3 main plants in India that we already have, and balance is a general pool. That is the current plan for the objects of the raise. Our company is primarily a pre-engineered building solution provider. So we are a company which supplies buildings as capital goods to all our clients. So our clients, when they come to us right in the beginning of their projects, they want a steel building to be given to them as a enclosure for all their machines. And today's industry, the machinery and the processes and the production is very, very complex. So the building plays a very important role. So we are no longer a simple covered shed for a client, but we are primarily the first capital goods supplier to the customer. And since we have to design, engineer, produce the whole building in parts in our own factories and then carry them to site to be assembled like a mechano set, so our role becomes very critical. So we are not simply a steel fabricator or a contractor or an EPC, but a very important capital goods supplier to the client. And that is how we have been perceived over the last 20 years by the leading names in India in all spheres of industry and by all industry. Our product is very industry agnostic, very geography agnostic, and very, very building agnostic as well. We can do any kind of building that any client of ours requires. That is the base of Interarch.
It's an interesting analogy that you took, mechano set. We all have worked with mechano sets in our childhood. Give us a sense of how the capital cycle is, or capex cycle is picking up, because you're the first port of call for them. We're hearing about capex cycle picking up, especially from the private sector. And since you are in the first port of call, give us a sense of how it is picking up, and which are the areas or which are the sectors where we are seeing the maximum capex coming in.
See, we are normally dealing only with the private sector. So we see we are the first port for any private sector investor setting up a plant or setting up anything, warehouse, plant, even complex buildings, etc. So we have not seen this kind of growth or this kind of demand from the private sector in all spheres of industry. There is no industrial sector which is not growing very, very fast. Last time we probably saw this was in the 2004 to 2008. That phase, again, the demand was very huge from various sectors, especially the auto sector in those days was growing very fast. But today we see the growth coming from all different kind of sectors. whether it's warehousing, auto, all the new age sectors like renewables, batteries, solar panel manufacturing, data centers. So we see the demand, and our traditional sectors like auto and FMCG and industrials like paints and tires and is huge. We have not seen these kind of project sizes, these kind of greenfield projects, and the numbers which are coming up. It's absolutely mind-blowing what we have seen in the last 3 years, especially in the last 12 to 18 months. And I think when the economy enters into a phase of very high investment into greenfield projects, I think the whole economy is going to go for a change, because companies don't invest thousands of crores into greenfield projects if they don't see a 10 to 15 year long-term horizon of high growth. So we are seeing a tremendous opportunity, tremendous growth, and I think the government initiatives like Make in India, PLI, manufacturing, as they've been emphasizing a lot. I think every day there is some emphasis on manufacturing by the government, new manufacturing hubs, new industries coming in, trying to promote semiconductors. We are doing work with semiconductor industry also. That is going to be a growth sector. Make India a part of the supply chain, make India a part of more trade pacts so that we can participate in the worldwide growth, China +1 growth. We have not seen anything like this, in the previous 25 years of our being in pre-engineered building. It's a very exciting time to be in this business, in this country, and at present.
Mr. Nanda and Mr. Suri, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Your IPO is opening on August 19th, price between 850 to 900. It's a 600 crore IPO that puts a value of nearly 1500 crores at the upper end of the price band for you. Thank you for joining us on IPO Adda today.